When I set out to build that menu app, I wasn't trying to build software. I was trying to survive restaurant shifts. Because after a couple of decades on the floor, the patterns had just become impossible to ignore. Not just in one restaurant or in one role, but across concepts, across teams, across years, different places, all dealing with the same friction. Every night, it was dealing with the same moments. Guests hesitating, looking at the menu. Staff answering the same questions and jumping through the same hoops to get those questions answered. Oftentimes running to the back of house, looking at cheat sheets posted on core boards or asking managers questions or even asking the cooks. And all this works, but not when the room fills up. It doesn't work well. And it's not because the people doing the work aren't good. It doesn't work because the system is static while everyone else is moving. And every time all that static pressure, it builds up and it lands on the people to do the work. Think of how many industries innovate to improve static systems that support the dynamic environment in which people work. At some point, it stops feeling like bad luck or a rough day or a tough shift. It feels like a structural problem that can be fixed. We're asking people to be perfect in a system that can't adapt. Static menus are being asked to do too much with too little support. Menus are expected to train staff, guide guests, remember updates, handle preferences, and scale across teams, all while just being static, lying there. And then we blame the people, the execution, when the pressure builds up. That just didn't sit right with me anymore. I had to do something about it. I've watched great teams trying to compensate. They trained harder, they communicated a whole lot more, they memorized updates, and oftentimes they cover for each other. And it worked until it didn't. And all of this is at the guest expense or the bottom line of the restaurant, because effort doesn't scale forever. The more I stepped back, the more it became clearer. The menu sits at the center of everything. Training starts there. Guest confidence begins there. That's where all the questions start and where all the mistakes start. And if you change the menu, you change the entire flow around it. So that's when the question shifted from how do we get people to remember more to why is the menu still static? I sometimes picture a medieval inn with dirt floors, having the exact same style of menu, just a listing of everything you can order when people come in to eat. I mean, that hasn't changed for centuries. So it was time. And we built that menu app as a system around the menu. One place to carry the details, adapt to guests, stay current, update once, and reflect everywhere, all while maintaining consistency from a central point without disrupting daily operations. This wasn't built overnight. This took years of listening, watching, testing, revising, because restaurants don't need novelty. They need relief. That menu app wasn't built to replace people. It was built to support them when the room is full and the pressure is real. Everything you've heard so far is what led you to here. So the people running restaurants can focus on what they do best, while the menu finally does its share of the work.